Welcome to Teacher Black Adam. So we have there x minus 1. So asymptote should be x minus 1 equals to 0. So we're going to say x minus 1 is equals to 0, and then x is going to be negative 1 to the right, positive 1. Then our y is going to be exactly what we see, it's 2. So we have y is equals to 2. That's our asymptote. The next part we require to draw the graph. Drawing the graph requires that we find the intercepts. So we have a y-intercept. So for y-intercept, x has got to be 0. So we check the equation above. G of x is equals to y. So y is equals to 1 over the x should be 0. So 0 minus 1 plus 2. And that gives us y is equals to 1 over negative 1 plus 2. And then we have negative 1 plus 2, making it positive 1. Then we have y is equal to 1, and then x-intercept. So x-intercept, we have to let y is equals to 0. So we take the whole equation to make it 0. To equate it to 0. So 0, y is equals to 0, so 1 over x minus 1 plus 2 is equals to 0. So we're solving for x, so that will mean we have 1 over x minus 1 is equals to 2 to positive 2 moving to the right, it's going to be negative 2. And then it's 1 over x minus 1 is equals to negative 2 of 1, so we cross multiply, that's negative 2 multiplied by x minus 1 is equals to 1 times 1. And then we have negative x plus 2, we multiply by negative 2 in brackets, and then we have 1 times 1 is 1, and then we have 2x is equals to negative 2 plus 1. So x is going to be negative plus 1 is negative 1 over negative 2. So that means that we have x is equals to half. So those are the intercepts. And with the asymptotes information, we can now go and graph. So we just draw a straight line. It doesn't have to be perfect straight. If in exam, please use a ruler. And then so that's going to be okay. Let's draw the asymptotes first. We have asymptote x is equals to 1, so we draw a line there, dotted line to show that it's asymptote, and then we have dotted line there to show that asymptote, a horizontal asymptote and vertical asymptote. And when we have the coordinates there, we have the directions y there, and then that's that on the first quad, and then we also have the other one on the third quad. So you know that the asymptotes is 2 and 1, 1 for vertical and 2 for horizontal. And then we draw one that just try to not really perfecting it, so that's going to be that. So we have I think let me just do it like that. So we have there, and then we have Q1 there, and then we have Q3. So if it's Q2, it's gonna be Q4. That's a you jump one quad. Then from there, the reason is because we have positive a, which is 1 there. The numerator is positive, so we have the graph on Q1 and Q3. And then what we do next is intercepts, that's half, and then that one there is 1, because those are the values for the intercepts, so include them there. So I think we're done for the graph so far, and then we'll have to move on to the next question. So the next question says where the graph is greater than 0, so we look at the y values where it's greater than 0, excluding the asymptotes. So we know that it's going to be y is going to be x is gonna be less than negative 1. So we have there the part of the graph where it's above 0, and we also have x is greater than 1, so x less than half and x greater than 1. So those are where we find the graph above 0. Yeah, so that's it according to the graph. You only use calculation, I think you only find one value, which is x less than half. So the graph reveals everything. Then going to the last question where it says determine the equation of axis of symmetry. So let's draw axis of symmetry there, a point there which gradient there is positive and it's positive 1. And then there our gradient on that side, our gradient is going to be negative, so it's going to be negative 1. And then the axis point, there is the point of the asymptotes, x is 1 and y is 2, so that's the point. So we're going to use those values to write the straight line equation. Yeah, so the equation of the axis is a straight line, so it's y is equals to mx plus c. Then we know the gradient is negative 1, so that's the axis point. So include the axis point so that we refer to it when we do our simplification. And then have a y there which is 2, and then gradient is negative 1, and our x there is 1. Okay, so x and y values for the axis point, and then we have plus c. So solving for c is going to be 2 plus 1, so and then that's 3, so c is going to be 3. Now with c and gradient value we write the equation. So our equation is going to be y is equals to negative x plus positive 3. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you so much, and that's our answer. If you have any question, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe or follow. Much appreciated. Thank you.